It looks like the nerf bat just keeps swinging on junk players with no signs of stopping. Between the increase to both Black Widow and Viper's cost from 2 to 3, to more recent nerfs to Annihilus, who now not only went from 7 to 6 power, but more importantly, his ability can no longer switch or destroy zero cost cards anymore. Rest in peace, Debris. Today I'd like to go over the following: the key cards used in this junk deck, the supporting cards that help them, substitution options for the flexible cards, important playlines to be aware of, and lastly, additional tips during games piloting this list. Let's first go over Annihilus. He has below average power for his cost, but more than makes up for it with a terrifying ability to be facing up against. We'll want to play him typically on curve to send our Hood, Selene, and Void to our opponent's side. Playing Sentry on turn 4 into Annihilus turn 5 guarantees a 26 power swing that is hard to come back from for the opposing side. We'll want to be mindful when playing against Destroy or other opposing Annihilus decks, since they can remove the cards we send them. Playing Ravonna in this deck allows us to play Green Goblin for 2 energy, but more importantly, she lets us play either Hobgoblin or Professor X on turn 4, giving us the next turn to set up for a turn 6 Galactus or Destroyer. Galactus is another one of our feared cards due to his game warping ability. From the start of the game, even if we didn't draw into Galactus, we should be mindful to keep one of the locations free of cards in case we do draw into him. We should also keep in mind that since Annihilus no longer sends rocks to our opponent, Debris can force us to abandon this route altogether. A common playline is Sentry followed by Annihilus to send the Void to their side, and ending it with Galactus on the right location. A second playline is Hobgoblin on an empty lane, and ending it again with Galactus. Optionally, playing Selene while Hobgoblin is in our hand to make it easier for Galactus. Destroyer is our last big hitter, and one that should be mainly used when we're winning a lane with Professor X. His power is nothing to sneeze at, and his ability can let us take opponents by surprise when he wipes our side clean of any cards negatively affecting us. A common playline here is Sentry followed by Professor X on the Sentry lane, and finishing it off with Destroyer on a different lane. Before we start the matches, let's go over the cards that if you don't have, you may have option for in your collection. First up is Jeff, who helps tack on a bit of extra power to the Professor X lane if we need it. I recommend either Carnage or Viper in his place. Both of these cards provide an additional out for us in case we don't draw into Annihilus. Black Widow is also a great choice and works well when followed up by Selene. Speaking of Selene, her main objective is to make our Hood and Goblin stronger before we send them to the other side, on top of weakening one of their cards in hand. Her replacements include Nebula, who works well with Professor X, Shadow King to help combat bigger threats if we don't draw into Shang-Chi, or Killmonger to remove any squirrels or rocks that could impede Galactus. And lastly, there's Galactus, who can be replaced with Orka to dominate a lane all on his own with a respectable 16 power. The following matches will be using this list, as well as helping you with what to capitalize on and what to look out for. If I've helped you in any way so far, hitting the like button and subscribing goes a long way in helping the channel. Thank you, and enjoy the matches. Swashbookler, what's going on? Alright, Central Park. Not a great start. But you know what? We drew into Selene. So let's go ahead and place that down. She's going to help us get Hobgoblin even worse for our opponent. Okay. Great portal. Let's see what we... okay. So we drew into Giganto. No, nothing to play here right now. I'm thinking Green Hobgoblin next turn. We definitely are going to abandon the Galactus route this game rather. Okay, interesting. So we drew into Viper, funny enough. So part of me wants to just Viper out that last location on there for them. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, they opted not to play on the left. Oh, we helped them out there. Okay. Yeah, we gave him a squirrel. We drew into Annihilus, which is nice. We'll be able to send them back their Green Goblin into Sentry. Okay, so we are facing another junk deck. So what we're gonna try to do is throw priority as much as we can. That way we get to play our Annihilus second. Okay. They did opt for Black Widow on there. We're definitely going to win the right location. The left location we're going to be able to win as well. simply because they don't have anything there to compete with. So let's go ahead and do Widows here, Annihilus here. Let's go ahead and snap as well. My guess is that they only really have the Annihilus play in the middle. So there we go. We're gonna send it right back. And that's game. Yeah, when you're up against other Annihilus decks, you definitely want to make sure you throw priority going into the last turn. That way you can just send them back the stuff that they send you, right? Either way, Swashbookler, good game. Morticia, what's up? Alright, Selene, Jeff, and Shang-Chi. At the time of this recording, Great Portal is the hot location. So as you can see, we don't have anything to benefit from Selene, so we're gonna hold that back unless we draw into a Goblin or a Hood. The best play turn 2 is probably Jeff. Alter's also very nice. We're in turn 2, so if we Selene, we'll mess up our X. So let's play it safe right now. Just do Jeff. We'll be able to at least have Jeff helping us out in Altar of Death. Necrotia is a great target as well. I'm debating whether I should hold off, play Selene first. Let's play Green Goblin on here. Let's snap. Yeah, Goblins are great here in Necrotia because they just make the Goblins worse for them. We're gonna go for a Hood here. Let's abandon the Professor X strat. Focus on Annihilus. We can still lock down. Or not. Okay. 3 great portals. Whoa, okay. Alright. Let's place down Annihilus here. Clog up the right location. And as of turn 6, it all depends. If they play something strong, we can just Shang-Chi it. Probably Hulk in the middle. Or I could also see Doc Ock and Demon on the left location. Okay. That helped them out for sure. Let's see. They guessed correctly and our Annihilus did not go off. Is this winnable? I don't see them committing to the right location. Probably just the middle and left. So why don't we Doc Ock here, Demon and Jeff in the right, Dr. Doom. Okay. Yep, we got him. Reason why they were gonna go to the left and middle was most likely because it's just not favorable going into the right. I mean, they were honestly trying to cover all the bases, right? At the same time, but spread too thin. The Cosmo actually helped us in the end with Doc Ock because we just wanted it for the stats. Either way, Morticia, good game. Michel, what's going on? Okay. Vormir. This is one of these locations that definitely doesn't really hinder our deck. We can just go ahead and play either Selene or Hood in there, no problem. We can Professor Exit if we wait long enough, so it's not too bad. Let's go ahead and plop down Jeff. If we had a Goblin, then Demon Selene would have been the play instead. Okay, Daredevil in the middle. Big house. Okay, so we know we cannot Galactus there if we do draw into it. So there's no fear in just playing Ravonna there. And let's Demon as well. Unfortunately, even with the discount, we also can't play Hobgoblin or Professor X on the big house. Speaking of the goblins, let's go ahead and do Sentry here, just in case they decide, hey, we're gonna Galactus. Or a Doom, maybe. Devil Dinosaur? Okay. Turn 5. It's tricky now because our play is going to be predictable to them. But I think, I mean, you know, let's still go for it, see what happens. I mean, it's going to be tough for them to beat what is it? 15 or 14 rather, because we have Jeff. Okay. Let's see what they have. We'll have Shang-Chi there on deck as well to handle Devil Dinosaur, so middle location is going to be easy to contest. They did snap, so whatever they got, they can handle. Left location, maybe. Professor X middle, I guess. Oh, there it is. Okay. And that's okay. Final turn. How much we can do here? Yeah, they got us. They got us for sure. Big house again was a big detriment. We could have won this. We could have won this game two ways. If we either draw into Annihilus to send them Void and Selene, or drew into Destroyer to wipe everything off and have a 15. Again, of course, if they... Wow, oh, okay. Michel, what happened? I was getting ready to retreat. I wanted to give my thoughts on how we could have won this. But yeah, I guess whatever they had was... Hey, sometimes if you wait long enough, there's a payoff at the end. Michel, good game.